Hello there, Funky here, and welcome to Homeworld Timeline. This is the series where I wanted to revisit the story across all three games. I know there is Cataclysm as well, but the story of Cataclysm is more of an alternative story as opposed to a major arc across Deserts of Kharak, leading to Homeworld 1 and subsequently Homeworld 2. The campaigns are not necessarily directly connected though, so you won't need to know all that happened in all games to know what is happening in Homeworld 3, for example, as there are usually big jumps in between. Especially Homeworld 2, you can kinda treat it as a standalone story and you'll be fine, whereas Deserts of Kharak is a direct prequel to Homeworld 1. Even though there is still a big time jump in between Homeworld 1 and Deserts of Kharak, but it does help you understand how you ended up there in the beginning of Homeworld 1, what led to it and all that. So knowing these stories of these games will help to know the universe better and factions at play going into Homeworld 3, for example, if you decide to check it out. So hopefully this series will help with that as well. It is a franchise that I think is quite underappreciated. It is a very atmospheric game with the great visuals, music. I like the narrative of it as well in the universe. And the gameplay design is quite unique in my opinion, because you don't have a big stationary base like in other RTS games, but rather quite a mobile home, if you will, that you upgrade and develop throughout your journey. Pretty much every campaign revolves around you setting out on this big journey, most of the time being forced to do so by some looming threat, which does help make it feel more dire and urgent, I guess. So the resources and the units that you produce make it feel that much more valuable, as you do keep your resources and units that you produce from mission to mission, which makes you feel attached to those units, so that makes you already care for what is going on the screen and get quite invested. And then there is narrative, cutscenes, voice acting, music, sounds, radio chatter especially, visuals. All that intertwines brilliantly into such a simple plot going from point A to point B that makes it that much more atmospheric. And that is something that I specifically want you to experience, because I absolutely love it for those very reasons. It's a very atmospheric game, and hopefully you'll feel that too watching this series. We'll start our story here on Kharak, the desert planet that is dying, and we play as a Northern Alliance, and we need to set out on this expedition to retrieve a recently discovered artifact that might help us survive in the future. We'll go from mission to mission. I'll probably play on classic difficulty just to make things more interesting gameplay wise, as I will be spending quite a lot of time trying to collect all the resources and preserve them as many units as I can. That's just how I normally play in most games, I guess. At least let the enemy be more aggressive, although I'm not the best RTS player, but we'll see how it goes. So let's just jump into the first mission of Deserts of Kharak.
Our planet is dying. The desert grows with every passing year. The world is at war. But there is hope. An object has been detected deep within the Great Banded Desert. It has been called the Jiraki object, the primary anomaly. We believe it may hold the key to our salvation. An expedition to retrieve it is being prepared.
Rachel, we have you on this. Stand by for pickup.
locked up before we launch, and we don't have a lot of time.
Understood. Clearance to approach?
You're clear. Gate 5. Rachel, Gaalsien attacks have been launched against multiple coalition bases. The northern frontier is under attack. The launch of our expedition carrier, the Capi, has been accelerated.
This is the captain of the jet carrier Capi. All crews, Hangar 5. Stand by to initiate rollout sequence.
Loading control module now. Stand by.
Engage main drive. Take any chance. Laneway clear. All stations green. Captain has the helm. Ample clean blue on all decks. Full complement aboard. Shutter test green. Get CENTCOM up. See if they have any new reports to share on the current AO. Alright, we're on top of it. Cooling tanks online at 4.3, power plant reading 5.9. Cycling at 30-second increments until 99 at 7.
Bringing systems online. Fleet manager online. Resource control system online. Unit status online. Command system online. Objective tracking online. All control systems successfully installed and online.
Systems confirmed. Rachel, redeploy to your base runner.
Copy that.
Attention
Here
all
we are
stations.
online and ready to go.
This is fleet intelligence for the expedition carrier Capi. I will be issuing all mission objectives through this channel.
5.
Before departure, we need to run essential tests on our key capabilities. Vehicle production, resource salvaging, and combat operations. Time is of the essence, so let's run through these quickly. Fleet operations, is your channel clear?
Affirmative. I will be providing all non-critical updates on unit production, research, resource salvaging, and all carrier systems through
This
this
is our
channel.
hero unit.
Copy that. Stand by to initiate production test.
I'll try not to talk over radio chatter, but no
Easy,
problem.
go ahead.
Alright, now we need to deploy the
First,
salvaging.
Deploy a
I will
salvager
be
from
collecting
command
all the
carrier
resources in the
Capi.
game, as I'm not sure if at the end of the mission the resources will be collected automatically like in Homeworld 1 and 2, at least in the
Stand by to
master
commence
version.
resource test.
So before we complete the objective,
Order
I'll
the
probably
salvager
collect all
to
the
gather
resources
nearby
first.
resources located here.
Group 9 designated.
What do you need?
Runner copies.
We'll use
Signs
Rachel as a
officer
scout
responding.
quite a lot actually, because our units are quite fragile and she's quite tanky.
Reading you.
Rachel, the Capi support cruiser has suffered a mechanical failure and requires immediate repairs before departure.
We're moving out. Spool up.
Use your base runner to repair the support cruiser located here.
That unit is down. Get it. Initiating repairs.
All the background chatter makes you feel like you're on a real base. There's something that they've done that sounds very,
CU
very well.
field expended.
Repairs completed.
Good work, Rachel.
Rachel here.
Okay, I think
Stand by
they're
for
just gonna
combat
like
test.
wait by the wall.
In order to produce combat vehicles, we will need to invest time and resources in upgrading our tech. The first step is to upgrade the Capi's advanced manufacturing facilities. Once that is done, we will be able to build light attack vehicles.
Carrier copies.
This is where our unit production comes into play. We don't necessarily build buildings like in Homeworld 1 and
Research
2
completed.
on the ship.
Light attack
Like you
vehicle
can see the hangars and
fabrication
all
now
that.
online.
This one, for some reason, unfortunately, doesn't really show it, which would be very nice to
Produce 3
see.
light attack vehicles
It
from the
is what it
Capi.
is. Alright, let's make 3 LAVs, or light attack vehicles.
vehicle in service.
Different type of units can counter other types of units.
Light attack vehicle online.
These guys are quite effective against railguns that we're gonna see later
Strike
in the
craft
game.
ready.
Light attack vehicles ready. service.
Target drones are now ready for weapons testing.
On the horizon.
Use the light attack
The way you attack
vehicles to
enemies
target
in
and
this game
destroy the
specifically
drones
by dragging
located
the
here.
attack window over them and target specific units within that window, which is, I think, is pretty cool. Look at these little fellas going. Going through the wall, man! My immersion! It's gonna look better though. I mean, you still clip through units and all that, but still.
Confirmed. All required tests.
The battles are gonna be
complete.
quite
Give me a
good to look at, I guess.
No go for launch. Operations.
Go.
Bridge.
Go.
Rachel.
Science team's in place. We're go.
Engineering. Go. Confirm all systems go.
Strike response.
Jet carrier Capi. We are go for launch.
Let's go!
Launch
Carrier
command
moving. Seal
confirmed.
hatches. Understood. Prepare to open outer doors. Fire all charges and disengage locks.
Outer doors opening.
Mass ratio in line. Tracking solid. Doors at 50%. Looking good. Bring engines to speed and move out. Outer doors at full aperture and secure. She's all yours, Captain. All stations, this is your captain. Today we embark on a historic mission to find and retrieve the Kharaki object. Lying at the heart of the Great Banded Desert, deep inside Gaalsien territory, we believe it holds the key to our survival on this planet. The journey will be perilous, but if successful, we will change the course of history forever and secure our future for generations to come.
Personal log, Science Officer Rachel Jet, Expedition Carrier Capi. We've launched 3 months ahead of schedule and just in time. The Gaalsien threat was far greater than we had anticipated. As the lead scientist on this expedition, I'm more convinced than ever that my brother was right. That what lies out there amongst the dunes holds the key to our survival on this planet, and possibly beyond. We have no choice now but to believe.
So this was our first introductory mission into the game. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you in the next one.